Hello Internet, I'm Dan.
And I'm Chaz. This is Wine is Serious Business, episode 130. We're back with the blind bags. This time, same thing, Oregon Pinot, but 2010 this time.
Yep.
Bringing the price point down a little bit from where we were on the last show. These are all in the $20 to $25 price point range, $26 price point range. Yeah.
Still some good stuff going on in that price range. Like, I usually go a little bit higher, and I think usually get some good rewards for going a little bit higher. But that's just on average. Like, there's some great stuff that I'd say like very easily over delivers in the $20 price point. So I'm excited to check some stuff out. I've been really happy with the 2010s I've had lately. So
Absolutely.
This is double blind for me. I don't know what any of them are.
Single line for me. I didn't bag them, but I know from the sizes of the how tall the bottles are and the diameter of the openings, roughly what the bottles might be. But yeah, I'm a cheater that way. So
yeah, see,
total cheater. Yeah.
Something to take notes on here too.
All right,
but you can start sniffing.
Yeah. What's your feeling been so far on the 2010 Oregons?
I've been really happy with it. Good acidity and kind of like, and it's probably partly to do with them being young, but there's a sense of liveliness to them, like with the acidity. That's really enjoyable. Reminds me just a hint of Gamay. And I've said that on specific wines, but as I've said this on like a half a dozen now, I'm starting to stick in my head as a little bit of a vintage characteristic, perhaps. And maybe that sounds crazy, but it's in my mind.
No, I wouldn't say that's that far off. Bright tart cherries.
Yeah.
Some like grapefruit going on there a little bit.
Like violets. Yeah, I like the I like the grapefruit because there's something acidic definitely showing through the nose.
Yeah, there is like a minor floral component.
Yeah, a little bit of earth too. Not overwhelming. I think the fruity notes are definitely on top, but some nice complexity on the nose.
Yeah,
I think.
Smells really good. Yeah.
Get some fruit right away on the palate, and the tannins settle in on the sides of the tongue right away for me as well. Nice bright red fruit. I was expecting more dark stuff based on the nose, but I'm getting more like strawberries and kind of like rose flavors in the center.
Yeah, and there's like a little bit of that like sort of like dried mushroom earthy component going on right alongside the fruit. You get that? Like it's almost like a little bit of funkiness that's like in the mid palate.
Totally. Totally.
Which is cool. It's like right alongside it, like kind of adds a little bit of more to the fruit, which is nice. Yeah.
I'm inclined to attribute that to the oak a little bit, but
yes, absolutely.
But it's right. It's subtle. It's not
well
obvious
played.
Like big oak in your face. Even acidity all the way across.
But pretty strong.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's not too strong, but then as it gets through the finish, like it's totally full. Get a little touch of that stem character on there, I think, in the back end too. Interesting that the tannins set in so early but never get overwhelming. I was kind of expecting them to really kind of beat me up at the end, but they don't. They just kind of keep that structure along the sides while the fruit sits in the middle. So
absolutely, yeah. The fruit here is really nice, like the sort of tart cherries, less of the grapefruit, less of the citrus. I was expecting a little more citrus flavor on the palate. It's more just red fruit, a little bit of warmth from like maybe a bit of oak and like a little bit of funkiness, which is nice. Acidity is strong. People who like strong acidity are going to love this. 88 points, 87 plus for me.
I know, it's right. It's right on the veg. I had it.
I go 88 points on it. Okay. It's really nice wine. And man, under $25, or could be at 26, as high as 26. Awesome.
Nice.
So another.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 88 minus, just a little bit down, but yeah, solid and delivers very well at the price point.
And juicy and delicious, man. That's good stuff.
And these are pop and pours. We should totally say that. I like the temperature. They're a little cooler than room temp, but they've been open only 5 minutes or something like that.
Right.
So,
all right. So number 2, we'll rinse. Dan's getting ready to take a trip.
Yep, going back to Minnesota. Annual bonfire every year in May. A friend I grew up with.
Smart.
Says every year, he's like, it's important to do it as soon as it's warm enough to sleep outside and before it's been warm long enough that the bugs come out and go crazy. So in Minnesota, that's this very narrow window of time. But it's turned into a great thing. We get to see people from all over the country now. So internet nerds getting together, old family getting together. It's good stuff.
That's awesome.
Savory component on this.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
quite a change from the last
stock,
wine.
yeah,
big time. A little bouillon.
Yeah,
cube.
there we go.
I call them the bouillon cubes because I can hardly pronounce it. Yeah. Bouillon.
One of your 6 French words. That's good.
Yeah.
that aren't Bordeaux wines. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That aren't the different appellations within Bordeaux. Oh man. EVAs. I don't know. What are those? I don't know. Sorry, mumbling to myself. Communes.
Is that what it is?
I guess it'd be communes. Yeah.
Village.
Anyway, back to this. This has definitely got a savory component, a little more that earthy, funky note that we tend to like in wines, right?
Fruit's definitely in the background here. I'm getting some apples. Maybe a little bit of plum, not the, kind of big berries we've been getting on a lot of the wines we've been tasting.
But I mean, like some old strawberries too. Like I eat a lot of strawberries at home, right?
And they're fresh now too, right? They're just starting to roll in.
They are, but I can't kill a whole container by the time that they start to shrivel up and get a little old. So I do get that, and there's just like a little bit of there's like the strawberry nose there, but it's like a darker strawberry, like a black strawberry. There is no such thing, but whatever.
Voice of experience.
Yeah. I like the way it smells quite a bit.
I like the texture right away. Just kind of has a round feel to it. I think part of that's playing with the acidity, where it's just, I don't know, it kind of feels like a little ball of wine sitting on your tongue or something like that right away.
The acidity is super gentle on this. There is a lot of it. I mean, it definitely ramps up as the wine's swallowed and sort of sits alongside the tongue, but man, it's just gentle. It's good. This is really balanced.
Yeah.
It's really balanced.
Yeah, and definitely, especially for those of you who have trouble with things being too fruity, this is definitely not. The fruit flavors are there. I'm gonna stand with more of subtle plums in there, but it's balanced and kind of at a very gentle, got at a gentle level for all of it.
Very rounded, easy to drink. Another one where some people tend to be a little sensitive to acidity, or tend to be a little sensitive to just harshness in wine. This sort of has no edges, right? It's just very round. And while it does have full acidity, it's just very gentle in its approach, right, all the way around here.
Yeah, a little bit of savory on the mid palate. I'm not nearly as down on the nose as I thought it would be, but it's showing up. And it sits nicely too, man. The finish, there's just a little bit of structure. Yeah, I mean you nailed it. The balance is totally here already, which is kind of surprising. It's
integrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. So, to that, the flavors here are pretty straightforward, right? There's not a lot of complexity, but man, what this wine does have, it's doing really well, right? And it shows at the price point, right? I'm sure something like this from the same producer at $35 or $40 is probably going to be awesome, right? But this is more weekday wine. It's just more straightforward. Easy wine.
I really like how it sits on the finish. I'm getting some of those older strawberry flavors that you were talking about way late. I don't get it so much when I'm drinking the wine, but as I'm sitting here talking, some fruit sticking around, and it's making me want to go back for another sip.
Yeah.
So so my impression of it improved, notably in that last moment there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I do like the finish on this. I really like when a wine is balanced and easy to drink. Don't like to have to work around harsh edges.
Yep.
And this is that. So 89 plus for me.
Wow.
I like it quite a bit. Everything it does well, right? Really well. It's just missing that special something to push it into the exceptional category.
And I was liking it a little less because when I first had it on the end, I was being left with some stemmy notes, which while I like is a contributing factor to structure, I don't like that to be what I'm left with. But then as we sat around and talked, fruit came back in. The acidity's making the mouth water a little bit really late. So that problem's gone. That takes it to 88 points for me. Kind of staying in the same vein, but similar price point, solid wines. So that's where we're at.
Absolutely.
Before we get into wine number 3, I'd like to throw out some more thanks. Amanda Flinker put up a comment on our last episode. Says she's always loved Shea Vineyards in the past, and interested in tasting the 09, and that Oregon Pinot is the bomb.com. So thanks for watching, Amanda. I appreciate it. Yeah, good stuff.
I do love Oregon Pinot. That's good.
Man, 3 very different wines tonight. I can tell even
Absolutely.
on the race. Like,
Trying to think of the different AVAs. I know where all 3 of these wines kind of came from. I think one of them's a blend. I think one of them is... Yeah, so there's 2 different AVAs represented in one blend. One WV blend.
Alright.
So...
Nice, and yeah. The color's a lot lighter on this one, too.
Almost hazy.
Nice to see, yeah.
Excuse me.
Strawberries all over this one. Dusty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like dry earth all over the top of them.
Nice, yes.
Yeah, like
yes.
this strawberry patch right along a gravel road sort of thing, right?
Killing it. And that's it. And it kind of jumps out of the glass. Good stuff going on there.
Yeah, it smells really good. Just a hint of like the mushroomy, the dried mushroomy or clovey thing going on there.
Why not? We made AVA predictions last time. Looked like dummies. I'm going to guess the old Amity on this one out of the blue, but we'll see how that goes.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to make a guess because one single blend I can kind of, knowing the styles of the different wines, I can see what these are.
It's nice.
Yeah. So, you tasted it?
Oh, totally.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry,
yeah, that's
I'm behind.
Strawberries totally deliver that lively acidity that I was talking about, where it might have something to do with the youth of the wine, but it's got like this bright, uplifting feeling to it. Spritz implies some bubbly action, which totally isn't going on, but it's just got this, bright zing to it that's really pleasurable.
We were talking about how gentle the acidity was on this one. This one's gentle, but man, like the lift that it provides in the middle of the mid-palate is quite amazing. Like there's a lot of acidity, and it's strong, it's very firm, but man, it's not abrasive at all.
I'm trying to think of like a good thing to compare it to. Probably like a really good salad dressing. You get just the right amount of vinegar that makes it pop without the vinegar flavor really settling in. But worth checking out.
Seems like a lot of stem inclusion going on here. Like, you can sort of taste the stems.
Yep. But they're darker. I feel like the stems are darker than the previous 2 wines.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and more of that flavor. Get almost a little bit of like red grapey component alongside that.
Sure.
But yeah, the strawberry sort of fruit going on there. Young strawberries, definitely a lot of white still in them.
Just a little bit of tannic structure settling in on the back palate.
Pretty gentle, easy to drink.
And definitely, I know some people who would find this too soft in that regard. Just that it's got that younger feeling to it, lighter tannins. Like some folks would say this doesn't have like the punch that they like in a heavier wine.
No,
this is not.
I don't think 2010 is going to be their vintage.
Yeah, well, that's probably true too. But this is doing really well for me. Some nice floral components on the palate, I think, as well.
Yeah, this is pretty killer. And tasting this, I know what it is. So, another great effort from this producer. I'm going to go 89 points on it because it's complex, it's interesting, it's very vintage correct for this producer. I love it.
Sneak it into other blinds.
Yep.
Boy.
89 points. Good stuff.
Write that down.
Another show, man. I think it's just the shows, right? Like, maybe we need to do a 3-bottle show where we throw in a weird wine.
I was waiting for you to do that to me on this time because I didn't. Do you have a ringer in here? Did you put that old bottle of Archicon in here or something like that?
I didn't throw a ringer in. Next time we'll have to do that. So
yeah, well, I'm sure if we do enough blind shows, we'll start getting after each other.
All right.
I'm going to take it to 90 points. There's enough things I like going on there that kind of get me excited. I like that lively sensation. I'm really enjoying the darker stemmy component. It is well integrated already. I'm really feeling it. So there we go. So wow, we're in totally different orders on everything. This one's number 1. This one's
number 1. That was a close last place.
It is
number two. Yeah, so 3rd place. Which knowing the 3 wines now in my head, it's totally the Matello. Or no, oh my god, I was wrong! Oh my god, I was wrong!
This blows Chaz's plan.
Oh shit.
Evesham Wood Le Grive Bleue 2010. I'm so glad you picked this up. I've been wanting to try this wine really badly.
I thought I had it dialed in, guys. I thought I had it figured out. My mind is blown. This is the one wine in the lineup I haven't tasted. That makes me really happy.
All right.
Number 3 is.
All right.
But I love both these producers. So, but this wine year after year is a fantastic bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And I would say, just like I said before, number 3, like this is vintage correct for this producer, right? High acid, like very firm structure, or not just firm acidity, right? Like up front.
And younger vines, which explains, I think, some of the flavors that I was getting in there. But dry farmed, and this is all Lepuisac Vineyard, right? It's young vines from the Lepuisac. So yeah, so one of the best vineyards in Oregon, right? Just the young vines from it put into this blend. Solid stuff. I'm glad we got this.
So this was your Eola Amity.
So, okay, so I'm wrong. Okay,
sorry,
well,
I thought you had it right
gummies.
too. I almost said something. But
yeah, well,
I had it wrong. That means, right? So
there's all. Number 2
okay, we failed.
Is come on, release the bottle.
Another great bottle of wine. I love how this one drinks right now.
Luminous Hills. Was I thinking that on this wine? This did pop into my mind, but definitely something we've had before.
His acidity. I love the way his wines drink.
Yeah.
Like on release, I really want to see what his wines age. I have no experience with that, but just they drink so good on release. They're always so balanced and such a complete package. They're awesome. Yeah. And this is another example of that. So.
And so this is the same guy who does Seven of Hearts. So this is one of Byron's wines, and Luminous Hills is their estate fruit.
Right.
So yeah,
awesome.
Tasty stuff.
Good wine. So $26, 23, 24-ish.
Yeah.
The Matello Lazarus.
Oh, Matello Lazarus, man, that's good year after year.
It's smoking for 2010.
Boy,
I think I tasted it now. I tasted it at the wine storage a while back, and I was just like, man, this is good.
Yeah.
And yeah, there you go.
And I know this sells out kind of quick. So if you know what we talked about appeals to you or whatever, and you see some on the shelves and you want to check it out, pick it up, because not around for actually none of this stuff is usually around for all that long.
True.
So great showing tonight, man. Good picks too. This is all stuff I totally wanted to try. Yeah. So yeah, so that's fun. I did a question last time. You got anything for him?
Oh man,
any apps?
Putting me on the spot. I can usually pick them up pretty quick. We're going to cut. I know there's the questions of the day I've had in the past.
Apps or running.
No.
Mimosas.
So, yeah. Well, I've already asked the mimosa question.
My girlfriend quit drinking.
Yeah. She hasn't quit. She just doesn't drink as much. And when she drinks, she only drinks that whipped cream vodka. Nice. In orange juice. That shit is pretty good.
Candy.
That's actually why I don't drink hard alcohol.
You told me that story.
Yeah. So my question today, I know we've asked this before in the past, but it's always good asking a couple years at a time.
Sure.
What's your favorite budget Oregon Pinot? Like in this price point, because there is a lot. There's a lot of competition at the $20 price point for Oregon Pinot, right? This tends to be like right when they start to become exciting.
Yep. Totally. And like these, when you get into like really respectable producers like this, you can find some exciting stuff. But
so what's your favorite? I want to hear it. So
good tips. See you next week.
Bye.